Welcome to the Pool Nation Podcast, where it's all pool talk. And we ain't talking about netting and jetting or splashing and dashing. We're talking about becoming a nation of pool pros. We talk about the latest products, trends, and training in the pool industry. Now let's welcome your host, with over a decade of industry insider experience and still the reigning champion of Marco Polo, Edgar De Jesus, and his co-host, John JJ Flawless, the fastest netter in the West, and Zach the Pool Boy Nicholas.
Welcome, everyone, to the Pool Nation Live Podcast. I'm your host, Edgar De Jesus, and yes, I am the reigning champion of Marco Polo, along with John JJ Flawless, the fastest netter in the West, and the famous Zach, the Pool Boy Nicholas. Today, we're sitting down to talk about something that I think is going to open a lot of eyes in our industry, and that is the signals your business is sending you every single day. But before we do that, I want to welcome everyone to our live podcast, the podcast where it's all pool talk. And we ain't talking about netting and jetting or splashing and dashing. We're talking about becoming a nation of pool pros. And yes, we will talk about the latest products, trends, and training in the pool industry. But before we get started today, I want to thank our visionary partners for this podcast, the SPPA, Blu-ray XL, Aquastar Pool Products, Natural Chemistry, Raypack, Heritage Pool Supply, Hayward Pool Products, Poolside Tech, Pool Brain, Knee Deck, Encore Filtration, and Encore Brands. We want to thank them for their continued support. Mr. Zacharias, how you doing after giving me that cold that you gave me, bro?
I'm doing good. Still a little under the weather, but I am coming out of it. So hopefully you won't have it too long.
How long did you have it?
It lingered it's been about 2 weeks now. The cold part was really only the first few days, but just more tired. Can't really kick it into gear, but every day gets better.
It's 2 weeks, bro? Like, I'm going to have this for 2 weeks?
Yeah, assuming it's whatever I had, but who knows?
I had to, because I had to have gotten it from you, bro, last week.
Yeah, most likely it is, but you'll be fine.
I just have to man it up. I'm out of it. Mr. John JJ Flawless. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. I'm tired as usual. So I guess I'm normal.
What was that?
I'm normal. I'm up and down. Right now. I'm just kind of like trying to get the engine started so that I can get through my day. But we're getting through the end of the week and almost there. I got a busy today after the podcast. Got a few things I got to do. Saturday going to be working. Sunday going to be working. But looking forward to heading out to Texas tomorrow. I'm going to be flying out on Wednesday, so we're pretty excited about that. And then my third oldest, or my second oldest boy, graduated. Last day of school was yesterday, so I got 3 out of 4 kids.
When is this graduation?
In like 10 days or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you were
like
telling me
days.
it was last night. I'm like, wait, what?
No, in like 10 days he's graduating, but I got 3 kids out of school now.
Ain't that crazy?
It is crazy, and it's kind of cool, but a little weird because we're losing our children little by little, you know?
Oh, bro, it's going to suck, bro.
Yeah. The good thing about it is that I'm staring at my new podcast studio that I'm going to have here because one of the kids, Philia's gone now, right? So we're currently turning it into a war room, and we're going to turn it into a podcast room. And then my oldest boy is also.
But kids, we love you. We still love you, kids.
Yeah, we do, right?
Yeah.
Just don't let the door hit you on the way out.
So that's kind of the phase that we're going through right now, but it's really cool. You heard, Zach, I don't know if did I tell you? Yeah, I think I did when we talked on the phone that Philia moved out with Nicholas, and they're literally next door to us to the left. So that was kind of cool.
Like literally, like when we say literally, like literally.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it worked out really well. What's funny is a lot of the gardeners that come by or neighbors, and they go by and go, whoa, because our cars are very recognizable in our neighborhood. And in our HOA community, apparently we're very known for like our vehicles.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, I don't think it's a good thing because, and this is how I found out, right? Nobody's told us anything, but one day we're at distribution and there's a guy named Mark whose brother owns a construction company out here in the Valley, who apparently lives on my street, which is like 3 doors down to the right. And we're the talk of the HOA every morning when Talia starts up her Mustang and Mama starts up, the TRX, right? And I'm like, dude, this is exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Now that they see, the Mustang is like that bright orange, right? And it's, instead of parked in our driveways, we can hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vehicles in our driveway. And they're all full, and we have a vehicle in the garage. So we've expanded, and now we have vehicles in both driveways, right? To the left of us and in my driveway. So when they come by and they go, why are you guys parking here? And we told them, oh yeah, daughter and everybody's moving there. And they're like, isn't it weird that you're next to your parents? Do you like that? And they're like, well, yeah, we love it because we're kind of weird like that, I guess, where the children actually like us and want to hang out with us. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, no, that's really cool that they're next to us. So yeah. Anywho,
you need to rent the one to the right so that when the boys move out, you could have them over on the other side. Yeah. And then we'll just take over
Mustangs for everyone.
Yeah, for sure.
Loud cars for everyone.
But it pisses me off, right? The whole Mama wanted to get that upgraded exhaust right on her truck. And I told her we couldn't do it for the longest time simply because I didn't want to do that, right? I don't want a loud ass car starting up early in the morning,
right? Because
we got to move the vehicles to get the trucks out and so on and so forth. But we did it so we can do the active exhaust where she can turn it off when she starts it, but obviously she doesn't do it. Or you know what I mean? So I'm apparently the asshole in our community. So
in the neighborhood, you're that guy. You're that guy.
I am that guy. I know.
It's all your fault.
Soon he's gonna start getting HOA letters of the parking.
Oh yeah,
trucks out there and all that. And he's gonna,
Oh yeah.
Anyways, so noise pollution is good sometimes, is what Todd from Ripple Effect is saying.
Yeah.
That way, so once you're gone, they could be thankful that it's gone.
Yeah,
John.
exactly. You know what I mean? Well, everybody should get up in the morning. If it wakes them up, then they need to wake up.
Early bird gets the worm.
Exactly. Who's sleeping at 5:30 in the morning?
Oh, Lord. Lord. So anyways, welcome everybody to the podcast. We're excited to be back. Zach and I were out last week at the International Swimming Hall of Fame. That was kind of exciting. 2 days we went out there. First day we went out, we did receive an award from every childhood swimmer, which was kind of neat, but we were actually able to meet a totally different community in the swimming pool industry. Zach, we talk about it all the time. We've got the builders, we've got the retailers, we got the service, but it was really neat to meet and kind of see how that side of the industry kind of works, right? It's a total community. And I think it's like ours, Zach, where it's like small, but it's big, but everybody knows each other and all the coaches were there and all the athletes were there and that kind of stuff. And it was kind of neat to see their stories. And it's like a lot of these athletes go to universities, whether it was the University of Florida, you got the coaches there. And then from there, they start practicing for the championships. And then from there for the Olympics and all that. So it was really neat to be able to kind of see that side of the industry, how everybody knows each other, how everybody has either competed against each other or been on teams together and do all that kind of stuff. It was really, really cool.
It was interesting because like you said, it's like a whole nother side of the industry, but it really reminds me of like the community that we have here. And that was what was so cool. And like you said, these people have all swam together, competed together, coached or went to school together or whatever. And it was kind of wild being like a fly on the wall and seeing a lot of that happen. We just don't ever think about that side of things.
Yeah, it was very cool. And it was some great, amazing stories. Zach and I took pictures. We posted it on social media, especially with two of the older athletes. So it's an international. So it's swimmers from all over the world. And we have a gentleman from Japan that was 92 years old. And at 80 something, John, he was still swimming. He was still breaking records. And then we had Mary from Scotland. Like, who could miss Mary from Scotland, John? She was 96 years old, cute little old lady with a Scottish accent and just a firecracker, like a complete firecracker. And she was one of the original ones that went. So hers was, gosh, back, I think in the 30s, Zach, was it that she got the first group of swimmers together and for them? And then, you know, obviously they created a team and stuff like that. But John, you should have seen her. She was a firecracker, a lot of great stories, inviting us over to Scotland. She was just as sweet as could be. So it was fun. It was definitely great to be able to get out to a different side of the industry and see that. And through the whole thing, Zach, I was just kept thinking, here's our brothers and sisters from another part of the industry that we just never get to kind of play with. And John, it just felt like we see the industry and there's this whole other part of the industry that we just never even thought about, and it just makes it so much bigger.
No, it does. When you put it into that perspective, we kind of sometimes don't really appreciate the magnitude of the impact our industry has across the world and the importance of what they do and what we do, right? And one couldn't really exist without the other. If there wasn't a demand for swimming pools, right, and keeping that water clean and clear and safe so people can be able to compete in sports and Olympics and stuff like that, the demand for our profession would be diminished. And without us being there to be able to provide that type of environment for them, then they wouldn't really exist, right? They'd be doing it in lakes and ponds and stuff, right? Like way back in the day, which really didn't work out very well. So,
and I did tell them that, John. I'm like, a lot of you guys don't. Well, most of you guys probably don't know who we are, right? Yeah. And you guys swim and dive and compete. We're the guys that build the pools and service the pools.
Exactly, right? And we're there for you. And the hidden costs behind like not doing it properly as well, because a lot of swimmers are indoors, and when you start worrying about improper water chemistry and like the chloramines, and when you talk about lung diseases and stuff, and the importance
2016.
of it. Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that when their dive pool went green?
Yeah. I 100% remember that. Dude, imagine just the amount of chlorine, right? You know what I mean? That was needed, right? To get that bad boy.
John, I wanted to joke about that, but I was like, no, maybe not. I was going to joke around and say, hey, that wasn't us.
Yeah. But it's just the importance of it. And it's just, there's this relationship between the two that I think we're all doing our part and doing what we're supposed to do. But until we actually take a seat back and kind of look at it from a different perspective, you don't really realize. And not only just that, but the safety portion of it that we always preach and talk about, and Casey and Every Child a Swimmer and everybody that's involved in that. And, you know, it's like one of those things that we don't talk about it enough, but yet we have probably the biggest impact on it, you know, because who better than a professional in the backyard to educate and to help prevent tragedies like drowning from children and adults alike. So it's just, I don't know, it kind of makes us, I look at it and go, wow, not only is our job, I mean, I love doing our job, but it's truly important as well.
It is.
And I think it's a humbling experience. And I think it just makes our purpose even greater when we get to look at it through that lens. So I couldn't say how appreciative we are and humbling it is to be recognized for that award. I really wish we were talking about it for, I don't know, the last 8 months, however long we knew that it was happening and we were going to be there and we were going to be recognized, that we were looking forward to going there, but we never planned for the Leah being pregnant. And
yeah, you didn't have a conversation with her. So if you could have a conversation next time and just say to all the kids, hey, if you guys, any of you plan on having kids, I
try to stay out of those types of conversations because it's already a little weird. You know what I mean? So I just pretend it's like the store delivered the baby, right? You know, it was an immaculate conception that happened. So I try to. I don't put much thought into that.
Do you even have the talk with them, John?
No, obviously they don't need it, right? You know, they understand where babies come from. Apparently. Let's just leave it at that. And I'm telling you, as a father to a daughter, that's a hard.
Oh, you're going to kill me.
Weird, man.
Oh.
That's really weird. So when I look at that and I see it, I'm just like, almost, I don't know if I'm angry and I want to beat the shit out of them. You know what I mean? Or if, or if I'm happy, I don't know, but it's just, it really
John,
is.
I'm not feeling well, right? And I've got all this
Yeah.
Don't make me laugh like that, because now my chest hurts, bro.
Yeah, so it's crazy. But look, on a lighter note, what I wanted to say, and Mama sent me a text message, bless her heart. I love her, but we all know she's not a morning person, right? I am, and I guess the opposites attract. It's just the way it works. But when we said, Zach, you said early bird gets the worm, right? And she sends me a text message. She's like, yeah, early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. Do you get it? Huh? The first mouse ends up getting caught in the mouse trap, right? The second mouse gets to prance up and pick up the cheese pain-free. No, never heard that before. I never heard that saying until
I never heard that one. Yeah.
But it took me a minute. I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? And then I figured it out.
Hey,
right?
I know she was up early. I know she was up early today.
Oh,
and
dude.
I can tell you, how early she was up this morning. I'm going to tell you right now. Watch.
Don't you dare.
She sent me a message at 7:50 a.m. her time.
She did?
Yeah.
What was she doing? Was she harassing you about my shirts?
No. Do you want me to share what I would know? No.
Based off of the photos that I got this morning, I don't even want to know your guys' conversation.
I had to send her the picture, bro. How could I not?
Zach, did you see it? No. Oh my God.
Watch, Zach. I'm gonna forward it over to you here in our WhatsApp group here in just a second, so that you can see it.
Bro.
But and you're gonna see why. But
yeah.
Hey, everybody, we are going to be headed over to Van Nuys, not this Saturday that's coming up. The next Saturday, we will be out in Van Nuys, California. We are going to be at the Heritage Pro Service Academy. Registration is open. Spots are very limited. And hey, this one is at the Heritage PEP in Van Nuys, California. And the beautiful thing, registration is free. You don't have to pay the $250. Heritage has an educational fund. They're covering all of that for you. So make sure you go to poolnation.com. You're going to see the Heritage Pro Service Academy button. Click on it, register. If you want to bring any employees, if you want to bring anybody, definitely sign them up and come on out. We're going to be doing a lot of hands-on with heaters, automation, variable speed motors, pump installation. We are also going to be doing the Cool Deck application and installation out there. And we are going to have our coffee truck. We're going to have lunch. We're going to have music. We're going to have the giveaways. We're going to have a great time with the Pool Nation community out there. So come out and join us. Just kind of come out, hang out. Just got a message, John and Zach, that Kenny is coming out with Josh. They're coming out. They're bringing some of the other people. I think they're riding their bikes out there. So excited to be able to connect. I have to give a huge shout out to Maria. Maria wrangled up like 8 people that she wanted to go to the boot camp. And I'm like, sign them up, bring them. And she's got like tons of people that she's coming with. So excited about that. We're going to do some giveaways. And then we also have the qualifiers for the $25,000 Pool Pro Challenge. And first place is going to win $500 and a Ray Pack heater. Second place is going to win $300, and third place is going to win $200. And that's going to be Saturday at the end of the event. So if you want to qualify for that $25,000 prize, that's going to be out at the PSP Expo in New Orleans. Definitely come out to Van Nuys, get registered, and compete. There's going to be a lot of people out there.
Look, and also want to emphasize too, even if we understand you guys are busy and sometimes you're not able to make it out, but if you can't make the boot camp, you're still welcome to come show up for the qualifier as well. So if we're going to be doing the qualifier at the end of the boot camp around 5:30ish, I would suggest you guys get there a little bit before 5 so you can get signed up and
registered.
Go through all the registered and go through all the formalities and stuff. But you guys are more than welcome to come out there. It's open to anybody in the industry if you want to qualify and have a chance at that $25,000 worth of prizes.
Hey, our boy
Howard.
What's going on, brother? Kind of been missing that one for a while, huh?
Dude, I love Howard.
Big
How you
shout
doing,
out
brother?
to our boy out there. So Mr. Howard Pringle, big shout out to you out there. So definitely get out, come out to the Van Nuys boot camp, the Heritage Pro Service Academy out there, and kind of connect with us out there. Looking forward to that. Then from there, we have a special surprise that we're going to be dropping some tea that we're going to be spilling. We're going to be spilling the gallons and gallons of tea that are going to be coming up here soon. We can't talk about it just yet, but we are working on it. It is official. So stay tuned because we are going to do a live reveal. So we're not going to let everybody know.
You know what? I'm just going to say it right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
He got me.
Aren't you guys excited?
You bamboozled them.
Yeah.
That was a good one, John.
Do you like that? Not too
That was
bad.
a good one.
My heart dropped for a minute.
Yeah, you're like, no, he's not, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
So we've got some big, huge tea that we're going to be spilling. Stay tuned. It's going to be exciting, great time. From there, John, the nominations, and Zach, the nominations for the Pool Nation Awards are going to open up in about a month. It's absolutely crazy. We did the Instagram Live. We changed a couple of the categories. I think we took out one of the categories. We do have warranty, best warranty aftermarket, and then the Trailblazer. So normally we do the women Trailblazer. There was a lot of people saying, hey, we should do a men's Trailblazer. And then obviously we can't add any more categories. So we just kind of decided to go with Trailblazer of the Year. It could be men or it could be women. Get out there, nominate for the Trailblazer, and looking forward to kind of getting all that going and getting voting going and getting fired up for that over there.
Oh, look, one other thing that I wanted to talk about too, which I think is cool. We had a message from our friends over at Encore Filtration, and they are doing a dirty filter contest. And it started, I believe it started on the 19th of May, and it's running through June 15th. And it's basically up for grabs. Is like $1,000 worth of either cash prizes and product from Encore Filtration. And they're doing it in conjunction with Aqua Magazine, I believe. And anybody who's out there, if you are coming across the dirtiest, filthiest photo or video of filters when you go to clean them, there's an online link. I think what we can do is we can put it on the description of the podcast. So if you guys want to click and submit, but take a video or take a picture of the dirtiest DE grid, filter cartridge, sand cartridge, anything of that, not pools, not skimmer baskets or other stuff, but strictly filters, and submit, and you can win up to $1,000. I feel
like Palm Springs, California is like an amazing candidate for some dirty filters.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Palm Springs.
Yeah, look.
If you live there, you're going to have some dirty filters.
That's true. Because
I have the one that I know if I send it, we will win. Right?
You can't win. You can't play.
Win. You know,
you can't play. So. It's in the fine print. No family sponsors.
Exactly. Or partners. Yep.
But here's some of the details on it. From cartridge catastrophes to the grungiest DE grids, we want to see the dirtiest filters you've uncovered. The dirtier, the better. Entry phase May 19th to June 15th. Submit photos or videos at www.encorefiltration.com/dirty filter contest. And the categories are going to be worst dirty filter, most creative photo. Oh, that's a good one. Best video. Enter as many times as you like. Every valid entry receives an Encore Filtration hat and shirt. Public voting opens June 17th. Winners announced July 4th. Open to all Pro Service professionals. Show us your ultimate filter nightmare. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of them out there. It's a chance to win $1,000 in product and cash prizes. So definitely.
Yeah, speaking of shirts, Naomi, I think we're still waiting on our shirts.
I got mine.
No.
Yes.
You kidding me?
You know what? Yours might be in there.
Yeah, he has ours too. I guarantee.
Yeah. No, I was. Mine's all by myself. Mine's only mine.
You use mine as a blanket,
bro. Oh man, I needed a new blanket for the dog bed, so I used John's shirt.
Blanket, and you use Nick. You use Zach as your shorts or something like that, right? You cut them off.
Which that just reminds me, by the way, you know how I got those procedures done on my legs for those veins, dude? They give you these pants, dude. I kid you not. It's like the most god awful, huge kind of thing that they give you. It's like a size 75 XXY kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, you put them on and you look like an idiot for sure. So So just want to touch base and that kind of stuff and kind of get into the podcast. We do have a podcast where obviously we're going to be talking about your business. You know, your business is talking to you. Hey, Tori Holland is on there. Nicholas.
Hi, Mom.
Big shout out. So he's just like, hi, Mom. That's it.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
That's
I
awesome.
love you, Mom.
Like, this is
beautiful.
the time to just be able to open up and say something. And he's just like, hi, Mom.
We talk all the time.
Yeah, but John and I never hear it. So what does that go like?
No.
No.
F these two guys.
These two idiots that I deal with, my friends are idiots.
Pricks.
I hate them. I hate them.
No.
So, no. Big shout out to Tori out there. John, do me a favor.
What did I do?
Talk for just a second because I'm online. I want to see Zach's reaction when I send him the picture that I sent you this morning.
Look, I'm
No.
you know, if you want to do it, I'm gonna do this. Or if you send it over to me, I'll put it as my photo when I go off camera.
As you go off camera. Hey, here's Zach. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send it to you right now as we speak. Of course, the people that
You might actually see me blush on this one, dude. I don't
so
get
Zach,
embarrassed
take a
or
look at.
outfit.
I just sent it via
This is
text because it was
terrible.
via text. So go ahead and take a look at that.
Let me look.
Look, this is
Take a look at
Zach.
that.
And look, only I know. Look, I
Whoa.
love you, brother. So I know you wouldn't show that on the live.
Here,
or
let me
on the
show it here
podcast.
on the screen so everybody could watch it.
Yeah.
Everybody can
Dude,
see it.
that's pretty bad.
So
I like that.
You
So-
do? I haven't
so-
worn jeans since high school.
You
Imagine.
here's-
joked, bro.
Here's the thing. So for everybody, I did use AI, and here's what my intention was, Zach. I'm going to confess, this was not supposed to come out this good. It was actually supposed to like be really funny and John to get pissed off and be like, what the F? And so it's going to make sense now. So I want you guys to look at the picture. For everybody that's listening, I did a picture. I sent it over to John. I had to send it to Janie this morning because I just thought it was too funny. And it's a picture of John that's kind of laying down. And what it was actually supposed to be, that famous picture of Burt Reynolds where he was laying down and all he has is the cowboy hat covering his privates. You remember that one, John?
Yeah, I do, dude.
And it was like it was a magazine and he was all mad about
Look,
it after he did the thing. And
I don't.
what
Should
it
I be
did-
disturbed? Should I be disturbed that you're
what it
thinking of
did-
that early in the morning? It was like
Playing around
5
with
o'clock in
AI.
the morning. You're sitting there
Dude,
making
what
photos of
what
me.
it did is it put a Trans Am behind you.
It
from-
did. Yes.
From what was the name of the movie? What's it? And the Bandit.
Before my time, probably.
I know exactly where. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank.
It was a whatever Bandit. So anybody that's listening off here, if you remember with Burt Reynolds, what was that famous? He did 2 parts with the Trans Am where he's kind of riding all over the place and all that kind of stuff. But it actually did that one, and it actually kind of came out pretty cool. I have to say, it came out pretty cool. But look at the picture. So if everybody's, well, not everybody, because not everybody could see it, but if you guys could see it, John, look at the Trans Am behind it.
You look like you should be swinging an axe or something, bro.
I should have like a cigar in my mouth or something
Or,
like that.
or that, yeah.
Yeah.
It did capture your watch. Smokey and the Bandit. That's it. Boom. Smokey and the Bandit. There you go. Thank you, Terry. So anyways, hey, big shout out there. Yep. Smokey and the Bandit. Jeanette San Fleming is saying, thanks, Zach. Big shout out to you out
Hey,
there.
Sam.
Jeanette, good morning. Anyway, so Zach, that's what it was that we were joking around this morning with regards to
It's a good one.
the big, was it a good one?
It's a good one.
Yeah. So can we post it, John?
No.
No, we can't post it. No. Can we show it right here on the screen so people see what we're talking about?
Go for it.
Just a quick
Just
little.
go for it. Go for it.
Okay, so anybody that's listening, right?
Because
so anybody,
there's a deeper meaning behind that one as well too.
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
can reveal
But-
it later.
look at that. It's almost like a John Wick. It's almost like a John Wick meets Smokey and the Bandit kind of. If anybody wants
Wow,
to,
that is so
that's
ridiculous.
listening, that wants to come and watch it, come over to the podcast. Probably about 30 minutes in, you'll be
God,
able to
that's
see
so-
it right on the
so
screen.
ridiculous.
So
But yeah.
come on, it's good.
Someone take there's AI away from him.
Oh, anyways. Hey, big shout out there to everybody that's listening. Guys, let's do this because obviously we're 30 minutes into this. Let's take a word from our sponsors. And when we come back, what we will do is we will jump into, for the next 30 minutes, we'll jump into your business and what it's saying to you. We'll be right back.
Hey Pool Pros, you're already at the pool. You're already trusted by the homeowner. So why are you leaving pool deck renovation money on the table? Cool for Pools is a roll-on pool deck coating that reduces surface temps by up to 38%, passes ADA slip resistance standards, and installs in under 3 days. No specialized labor, no tear out. Just clean it, coat it, and seal it. A 1,600 square foot job requires $2,500 in materials and bills at $12,800. That's over $10,000 in pre-labor profit. Add it to your next estimate. Ask your local Heritage or SCP locations about Cool today. Visit encorecoatings.com or call 888-776-2242. Pool pros have specific needs when it comes to general liability insurance. The SPPA program has you covered. With 3 tailored and customizable general liability options, SPPA makes it easy for pool pros to feel secure. Find out more and get covered at thesppa.com. U.S. Motors Neptune Variable Speed Motor provides a versatile replacement solution for all your pool pump motor needs. This motor can communicate with pool control systems, provide low voltage options to work with time clocks, and can be installed as a standalone pump motor. The Neptune motor can be easily installed on existing pumps, upgrading them to a variable speed pump without the need for replumbing. Enjoy energy savings and quiet operation by installing a Neptune Variable Speed Motor today. For more information and to find your local distributor, visit usmotors.com/pool. Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Meet the pipeline pump from Aquastar Pool Products, the next generation of variable speed pumps designed for serious efficiency. At its core is a high-performance permanent magnet motor that's totally enclosed and fan-cooled, delivering consistent energy-saving operation. Paired with Aquastar's patented high-efficiency volute design, the pipeline pump maintains optimal flow while cutting down on energy use. And it's not just efficient, it's incredibly quiet. Thanks to a high-tech rubber motor mount that absorbs vibrations and dampens sound, the pipeline runs smooth and quiet by limiting turbulence. Its 2.5-inch internal frame ensures unrestricted water flow, and it's available in both 1.5 HP and 3.0 HP models, each with 2-inch and 2.5-inch union fittings for flexible and efficient installation. Experience the pipeline difference, incredibly quiet operation, peak efficiency, and proven performance. Ask your supplier for the pipeline pump from Aquastar. Available now. Natural Chemistry, a leader in specialty water care solutions for over 30 years, is proud to provide products that make pool service easier than ever before. Its unique enzyme formulations in Pro Series Pro Blend improve efficiency of your pool program while reducing frequency of filter cleaning and scum lines. Natural Chemistry is also well known for its wide variety of phosphate removal solutions that include a non-clouding formula in Phos-Free and extremely high-range removal with Pro Series Phos Remove or Phos-Free Max. Save time, save money, save work with Pro Series products. Stop sacrificing durability or efficiency with the help of Raypak's new Avia HD models that utilize NITEC, their exclusive industry-first technology. NITEC heat exchanger technology is Raypak's latest solution to superior strength and maximum efficiency when it comes to residential pool heating. With 900% more nickel compared to copper nickel in critical surfaces, NITEC creates an ideal surface to protect against scale formation and erosion without compromising on Avia's 84% thermal efficiency. Learn more at raypak.com/NITEC. The next evolution in lighting is here. Universal Color Logic 2.0 from Hayward. The latest in pool and spa lighting was designed with you in mind, making installation a breeze. Upgrades include a detachable cord and first-of-a-kind adjustable lower catch to overcome variations in plaster thickness. As always, Universal Color Logic lights retrofit into virtually any in-ground pool or spa while delivering industry-leading, vibrant color. Visit Hayward.com to discover more.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Pool Nation Live podcast. I think John took a little bit of offense. No, he's back. I think he was just going to walk out after we shared that picture.
I was changing back after my photo shoot.
Just change it back after the photo shoot. So you kind of put your shorts back on to be ready to go to work.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyways, got a message here that was asking where Zach has been. Where have you been, Zach?
I've been around. I have been busy, honestly, and I think half my team is probably asking where I've been because I've been doing a lot. Like this, Edgar, you've kind of shared some of this with you, but like I've been working on a lot of things with kind of bringing our brand all together, and I think that's really exciting because 15 years in business, and a lot of people I'm sure understand, like you kind of grow. And as you're growing, you're doing things brand wise, you're wrapping vehicles, you're making business cards, you're building websites, you're creating uniforms, you're building your image, right? But as you grow, that kind of evolves. And so 15 years later, I'm sitting here looking at it and it's like, we've got a pretty good brand overall, but it's not all cohesive, I guess, if that makes sense. And so I finally have a clear vision of exactly what our brand is and what it needs to be. And I've been working behind the scenes like crazy, trying to kind of bring that to life. I'm reworking our website, I'm reworking our wraps, our training materials, just everything like that. But I've been doing a lot of it from home, which is nice because I've just been grinding on the computer and not having any distraction. So at some point I am going to have to like get back in the shop a little bit more and be present. But yes, I've been going pretty hard lately.
Working on the $10 million project?
Yeah. And it never ends. And then the deeper I go, the more things I find that I'm like, I got to get this done and get that done. So
yeah. Awesome blossom. All right, gentlemen, I think it's time to dive in. No pun intended.
It is time to dive in, but I want to just comment a little bit on what Zach said and the importance behind it. And how do I put this? But Zach, I'm proud of you, brother, because it's easy for somebody to get on here, a talking head or whatever, and us talk about business and talk about growth. And we can say, hey, this is how you need to do something. And this is how you fix this, or watch out for this, watch out for that. And it seems like from the outside looking in that people that are out here teaching or educating have it all figured out, right? And the reality is that nobody has it all figured out. And in order for you to grow as an organization or as a human being or as an educator or whatever it is that you're doing, especially as a small business owner, is to be humble enough to realize that we don't have it all figured out and that everything, it's fluid and dynamic and it changes. And no matter how many books you read or how well you think something should go, you need to, sometimes as a business owner or as an entrepreneur, you have to go back 15 years later and say, hey, look, yeah, though you're very successful, you've run an amazing company, you feed families, right? So many different families and employees, and you're responsible not only for you and yours, but from everyone else that is involved with the Pool Boys to know that, hey, look, instead of saying, okay, I'm cool, I'm comfortable, I'm at a point in my life where I can actually step back a little bit. I can work from home. You know, we knew from the very beginning of our podcast, we were talking about dreams and where we wanted to be and different milestones with our businesses. And you reached that and you've got to that. But instead of saying, hey, time to put my foot off the gas pedal, you realize right now is you need to focus and do so much, even more than what you did before, right? But on a whole different level. So much respect to you, brother, because it takes a strong leader. It takes a very powerful man, I believe, to be able to be humble enough to do something like that and to say, hey, look, you know what? The work has just begun and good enough isn't good enough and that you want to do more. I think that's a lesson that we should all learn as business owners. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart, brother. I do. And you know I do. And I wouldn't bullshit you otherwise.
No, and I think it's like, I think that's perfect for what we're going to talk about today, because I have like thinking through my thoughts on this. I have a lot of those elements within this. And it's like, it's easy. And we're going to get into this to look from the outside looking in and think like, oh, it's all everything's all together, it's the way it should be, but not fully understand like what's going on, what needs to be done. So yeah, and it's like, it's just a never ending journey.
It is 100%.
Absolutely. All right. So let's get into it a little bit here today and kind of start talking about this. And obviously I want to talk a little bit and kind of set the table or the conversation that we're talking about. And every time that you have a business, and Zach and I have talked about this, is right, your business does talk to you. It's just a matter of whether you're listening to the business or not. And the challenge for our industry is we get into a grind, we get into a rhythm, especially when the summertime comes. And Zach, you said something the other day and we were talking about it. And I had mentioned, somebody had said, oh, I was trying to call these pool pros and they weren't answering. And I'm like, well, this is the time of the year when they're out there, they're busy, they're doing all that. And Zach, you said, this is the time of the year where they go out and they make the money, right? Like it's the busy time, it's the grind. They're working 8 to 8. And then John, you were talking to me and then you made the comment in a different conversation of, I have all these pools to go and all that kind of stuff. But now the beauty is, it doesn't get late. It doesn't get dark till 8 o'clock. So I do have all that extra time to be able to kind of get out there and do that grind. And that's kind of how our industry is, right? We kind of take our foot off the gas during the wintertime, but then all of a sudden in the summertime, we put our foot on the gas. But there's dangers in doing that. And that is that you really have to be listening to what your business is telling you as you go through those times, right? Because there's adjustments that you need to make and you need to be able to kind of, even during those crazy times, lift your head and kind of make some of those adjustments. So I want to talk, Zach, before we even get into those 9 signals, I want to set the stage, John and Zach. And when I say the phrase, your business is talking to you, what's kind of the first thing that comes to your mind when somebody says, well, your business is talking to you? Either one of you, don't be shy. Like, this is a safe environment here for the podcast. Hey, big shout out to Israel that's listening out there. Big shout out to you out there, brother.
Is it talking to me? No.
The picture I sent you was talking to you.
Look, it 100,000% is talking to you, and not just your business, but everything that you interact with life. That's a living being thing, right? And whether or not, you said it perfectly, it's whether or not you are listening to it is truly determines whether or not you are achieving or going towards the goal, whatever that you set. So for instance, I look at it like this is how Janie and I, and we approach it or we attack it. Everything that we do or everything that happens in our business, we need to have an understanding on whether or not it serves the purpose of what we're trying to accomplish. So every decision that we make or every call we go after, every client that we take on, every rule we go to bend or whatever it may be, we take it with the lens or we take it with the perspective of, does this accomplish the goal that we're trying to achieve? And that took a long time for us to really understand, because what was happening at the beginning was our business was talking to us. And we say it like that by like, hey, I'm getting calls or customers that are either, whether it's a customer complaint, or whether we went out to a house to do a quote and we didn't land the sale, or when I spoke to an employee, right? And I thought I had a conversation or I thought I had an understanding with them and they turn around and do the complete opposite, right? Or they didn't get it. And for me, it was for the longest time, especially at the beginning, because I came from a corporate world where, yeah, even though I was responsible for a lot of people, hundreds of people, there was still a higher power above me, right? And there were SOPs and there were things that were put into place to kind of protect and guide me with like guardrails. But as a business owner, the buck stops with you, right? And you're the end all be all. And there's so many times as small business owners, we are just surviving and we're putting out fires, or we're just dealing with issues or problems as they arise, right? Opposed to actually finding out the reason why things are happening and doing something about it. And it's as simple as like with your wife or your significant other, right? I mean, you can have an argument about something, and is it really about that? Or are you listening deeper of what the root problem is that you're having. And I think you can correlate that a lot with your business. And this might be going really off the deep end or really deep into like the psychology of it all, but everything that happens for a reason, and it is a direct reflection of something that you have done or that your business has done or portrayed or hasn't done. And the minute you respect that and realize that is when you can actually make progress or progress in the right direction. Because movement doesn't necessarily mean great things or that you're moving in the right direction. It's just more of you need to sometimes step back and watch and see why you're not at the goals that you want or why you haven't achieved them, and figuring out what it is that your business may be telling you. So that's my thought on it.
Zach, let me ask you kind of the same question, because I think a lot of pool pros, the way we think about our business is we're constantly thinking about the stops, the pools that we need to clean, right? The route, the truck, all that kind of stuff. But what are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I mean, everything John said, and then I'll add on that. I think that what happens is this isn't something we automatically do in the beginning, because like you're saying, like we have our head down, we're focused on the daily task, getting through the day. And it's like, what's the next stop, or what supplies do I need, or when can I get to this, or I've got to call this customer back. And that's kind of where our focus is. But as time goes on and you start growing and you start having more moving pieces, you kind of learn how to zoom out and start kind of recognizing like patterns and trends and things that your business is telling you. And then once you start to look at these things, which we're going to get into, like it becomes pretty clear and you start to learn how to recognize these things. But the reality is, if you can't identify or name that you have a problem, then you can't fix it. And so you have to learn how to read what your business is telling you.
Yeah, you definitely got a lot of signals. Like your business will talk to you, and that's whether it's talking to you about your numbers, right? Whether you're financially making it or not. It'll talk about your schedule. It'll talk about your employees, whether your employees stay or they don't stay. It'll tell you a story. And what happens is most of the time, especially at the beginning, we're too busy working in the business and not paying attention to what it is that the business is saying. And we can kind of compare it to a dashboard, right? The warning lights are there. It's just you've kind of learned to ignore them. And when you're in the trenches and you have your head way down into the trenches, you're ignoring those lights that are there. And so it's really important for you to kind of take a step back, like you were saying, Zach, and be able to zoom out and look at those things so that you can focus on what that signal is and then going down into fixing it. And we hear it a lot of the times, whether people are going, well, the employees don't want to work and nobody stays and nobody does. And it's like, the challenge is you need to take a step back and listen to the business and be like, well, why aren't they staying? Because there are a lot of companies out there that are successful at keeping employees and them staying. And so you have to listen to your business, and you got a problem. You got to take a step back and you got to figure it out.
Well, not just fix it. So look, I think take it a little bit deeper. I think actually listening to your business and what it's telling you is not the ability to be able to find something and fix a problem as it arises, but how to prevent it from ever arising again. And I think we're all problem solvers, and I think we do well at that. You get thrown with 10,000 different things that happen during a day, and we're built different usually as entrepreneurs, and the ones that are successful can get through it. And I like to call it like organized chaos, and we kind of thrive for that type of environment, but it's not necessary. And you can only redline for so long before you get burnt out or the wheels start to fall off the vehicle. And it's very important to be able to, when a problem arises, yes, being able to fix it, but now dig a little bit deeper and listen to why these things actually occurred and what's causing it, so that we could prevent them from ever happening again, or for that fire ever starting again. I think that's that's the ultimate goal as a business owner, is how do we prevent these? We're not only recognizing it, but seeing the early warning signs, because there are. We're good at, oh shit, here's a fire, I'm going to put it out. But how well are we to be able to look at it and go, oh, I can see that as a fire hazard. Let me prevent this. Let me stop this so that a fire doesn't happen, whether it's a week from now, tomorrow, or a year from now. And I think what we're going to really kind of be getting into with this podcast and these series of podcasts, so that you can kind of reach that Zen, hopefully, that we're all inspiring aspiring to get to. So,
yeah, and I want to talk a little bit about, and I think this happened to me at the beginning. You're going through, you're learning everything from chemistry to repairs to dealing with customers. You own your own business, you do all that. But I think at the beginning, you kind of get a little bit of the illusion of success. And what I mean by that is, to me, when I started, and it was that busyness, right? So the being busy and the working the late nights and doing all those things, it just kind of gave me this illusion that I was being successful because I was busy. And I think on the surface, when you look at a lot of pro service companies that are starting, you kind of see that a little bit. And I want to get your guys' thoughts on that and whether that is something that maybe at the beginning with you guys was the same thing or not.
busy work isn't always productive work. And most of the time, it's not really. I've given this analogy a million times before, and I talked to my kids about this. I talk to anybody that I have a serious conversation that I care about. We talk about business and forward progress. Just because you're moving, it doesn't mean you're progressing. And you can, most of the times, you'll find that you're spinning your wheels or you are moving in the wrong direction. And we always know that the shortest distance from, is a straight line between A and B. But if you're wandering off to the left and then back to the right and whatever, and just because you're moving doesn't necessarily mean that eventually, hopefully you'll get to that goal, but that's not necessarily the case most of the time. And that's where frustration comes into place, because once you get past that illusion that you talk about, right? That, oh, I'm busy and I'm doing this, I'm running, I'm doing, and a year down the road or 2 years down the road, you finally go, shit, man, what am I doing all this for? Because I'm not, the progression between years 1 and 3 always tend to be a little bit slower than from 0 to 1, right? When you're
100%,
and you're, oh my God, you're in and you're growing your business and you're getting this and you're getting clients. And I think a lot of times that you find yourself busy is simply because you're also learning while you're doing it, and you're spending a lot of time on stuff that you probably shouldn't be spending that much time on, simply because it's new to you or you're kind of getting through it and stuff. And then as the years progress, you start to see that halt almost. And in some cases, especially when you're at that about to scale portion of your business, you start to see digression, where you start to digress. You're not making that forward progress.
It doesn't feel as fast as like the beginning, like you were saying, you said, that progression, that was it. Like you're going and you're rocking and rolling and you think it's busy work, but no, man, it's like, dude, you're spinning, calm down, spin your wheels. We talk about building a solid foundation and how the importance of it is, because if you don't build that solid foundation, better do it slow and steady than fast and furious, because when you do it that way, every problem that you have starts to compound. And as you get, the problems you had with 10 clients, now if you have 5 problems with 10 clients, become 50 problems with 100 clients. But if you're able to perfect and figure out, listen to your business and reduce those problems or those issues to 1, now that 1 becomes 10, right? And you get to build that solid foundation and you start to appreciate the progress. But it's like, you don't know what you don't know unless you've done this before. You have to experience it. It's like the don't touch the flame and you'll get burned, or you don't touch it, right? We all do it, right?
We all do it, right? And
it's so funny because like 99% of the pool pros that you talk to, like they get advice, don't do this, don't do, oh, I could do it. I'm different. I can do it. So, and then we do. What are your thoughts, Zach?
I mean, yeah, I think it's easy to kind of be on the outside looking in and think that everyone has it all figured out. And like John was saying, like building a solid and slow foundation, that's kind of been my approach for 15 years. Like there have been companies that have come on the scene 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 8 years ago, and they're monsters compared to us. But I do also know that, in some cases, there's companies that have it mostly figured out and they're established and they have a great team and processes and procedures in place, a solid reputation and all of those things. But in a lot of cases, the reality is that the owner's stressed, money's tight. And even though the company's growing, the money situation isn't getting better. trucks and equipment are all on credit and finance. The owner's working crazy long, 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, hours trying to just find some free time. It's easy to just look at what someone has and assume that everything is good. And I've had to kind of check myself over the years from like, I have to stay in my lane, right? Like we're slow and steady. That's what we're doing. I admire the people that have been able to put fuel on the fire and get it. And a lot of times I catch myself looking, going like, what are we doing wrong? Like, why are we? And it's like, no, like we're doing our own thing. And so I think that's something that everyone needs to be aware of. And then the other thing is as you're growing, like you're going through different stages. So someone may have it all figured out at one point in time. You know, in my case, like I've gone through these stages multiple times through our journey. It's like, okay, we're coasting, things are good, everything's fine. But like, think about all the outside of our control, outside of our business factors that have gone on for the last 5 years. We've had pandemics, we've had freezes and hurricanes that have caused shortages and supply chain issues. We've had price increases. Consumer spending habits are changing with economic pressures. So it's like, even though you might have it all figured out 1 minute, it doesn't mean that it's going to be all figured out the next. And again, why you got to kind of listen to these signs and then be careful from the, like looking on the outside, from the outside at that illusion of success that you're talking about.
Yeah. And for you, Zach, I think one of the things that I've always complimented you on is that and we joke around that you kind of go down these rabbit holes, but you really kind of make sure that whatever it is you're going to take on next, you've got the right growth, you've got the people trained, you've got it right. And you can go out there 100 miles an hour and add 500 or 600 pools. But then what we see a lot is those people having to kind of stop and go all the way back and kind of start again, right? And that's just a lot more stressful. And you really do need to slow that process down and have that growth that is good growth, it's right growth, it's profitable growth, so that you don't find yourself 5 years into it and then all of a sudden having to drop a whole bunch of pools or go through a lot of those problems and then just kind of start all over back up again. I think it's really important if you're a pool pro that you're starting, that you're new in the industry. At the beginning, it feels great, right? And just like John was saying, and I think the perfect word was progress, right? Your progress seems to go really fast at the beginning. And then all of a sudden you look at it and it's like, well, wait a second, I'm not progressing at the speed that I was year one and year two, but that's because there's a lot of other things that are coming in. And that busy work isn't what you need to do. It has to be a lot more strategic, like what we're talking about with Zach. So guys, I think this is going to be a perfect cutoff here. I think what we should do is next week, we should kind of jump into specifically what are those things that the business is saying. And we're going to get into the details on whether it's the numbers, it's the people, it's the customers and all that kind of stuff. So let's do this. Let's take a final word from our sponsors. When we come back, I want to get your final thoughts.
Hey, pool pros, you're already at the pool. You're already trusted by the homeowner. So why are you leaving pool deck renovation money on the table? Cool for Pools is a roll-on pool deck coating that reduces surface temps by up to 38%, passes ADA slip resistance standards, and installs in under 3 days. No specialized labor, no tear out. Just clean it, coat it, and seal it. A 1,600 square foot job requires $2,500 in materials and bills at $12,800. That's over $10,000 in pre-labor profit. Add it to your next estimate. Ask your local Heritage or SCP locations about Cool today. Visit EncoreCoatings.com or call 888-776-2242. Pool pros have specific needs when it comes to general liability insurance. The SPPA program has you covered. With 3 tailored and customizable general liability options, SPPA makes it easy for pool pros to feel secure. Find out more and get covered at thesppa.com. U.S. Motors Neptune Variable Speed Motor provides a versatile replacement solution for all your pool pump motor needs. This motor can communicate with pool control systems, provide low voltage options to work with time clocks, and can be installed as a standalone pump motor. The Neptune motor can be easily installed on existing pumps, upgrading them to a variable speed pump without the need for replumbing. Enjoy energy savings and quiet operation by installing a Neptune Variable Speed Motor today. For more information and to find your local distributor, visit usmotors.com/pool. Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Meet the pipeline pump from Aquastar Pool Products, the next generation of variable speed pumps designed for serious efficiency. At its core is a high-performance permanent magnet motor that's totally enclosed and fan-cooled, delivering consistent energy-saving operation. Paired with Aquastar's patented high-efficiency volute design, the pipeline pump maintains optimal flow while cutting down on energy use. And it's not just efficient, it's incredibly quiet. Thanks to a high-tech rubber motor mount that absorbs vibrations and dampens sound, the pipeline runs smooth and quiet by limiting turbulence. Its 2.5-inch internal frame ensures unrestricted water flow, and it's available in both 1.5 HP and 3.0 HP models, each with 2-inch and 2.5-inch union fittings for flexible and efficient installation. Experience the pipeline difference: incredibly quiet operation, peak efficiency, and proven performance. Ask your supplier for the pipeline pump from Aquastar. Available now. Natural Chemistry, a leader in specialty water care solutions for over 30 years, is proud to provide products that make pool service easier than ever before. Its unique enzyme formulations in Pro Series Pro Blend improve efficiency of your pool program while reducing frequency of filter cleaning and scum lines. Natural Chemistry is also well known for its wide variety of phosphate removal solutions that include a non-clouding formula in Phos-Free and extremely high-range removal with Pro Series Phos Remove or Phos Free Max. Save time, save money, save work with Pro Series products. Stop sacrificing durability or efficiency with the help of Raypak's new Avia HD models that utilize NITEC, their exclusive industry-first technology. NITEC heat exchanger technology is Raypak's latest solution to superior strength and maximum efficiency when it comes to residential pool heating. With 900% more nickel compared to copper nickel in critical surfaces, NITEC creates an ideal surface to protect against scale formation and erosion without compromising on Avia's 84% thermal efficiency. Learn more at raypak.com/NITEC. The next evolution in lighting is here. Universal Color Logic 2.0 from Hayward. The latest in pool and spa lighting was designed with you in mind, making installation a breeze. Upgrades include a detachable cord and first-of-a-kind adjustable lower catch to overcome variations in plaster thickness. As always, Universal Color Logic lights retrofit into virtually any in-ground pool or spa while delivering industry-leading, vibrant color. Visit Hayward.com to discover more.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Pool Nation Live podcast. We continue our conversation. Mr. Zacharias, let me get some final thoughts.
I love this. I think today's topic is a great topic. I think it's something that every business owner can relate to. And if you haven't experienced it yet, maybe you're just starting in your journey, like you will relate to these things at some point in your journey. And we have a lot more to actually get into and dive into with it. But I mean, for today, kind of opening up, setting the table, like Edgar said, I think this is a good start. And what John was saying earlier about finding solutions, not just fixes. I think that is one of the most important takeaways today, because you could fix something, but if you don't solve for it, like, you're going to continue to have to keep fixing it over and over, and it's going to use your time, it's going to use your resources. And as you grow, like, that's going to compound and get bigger. So when we get into these signs, listen for them, identify the solution, and create a solution that allows you to avoid those pitfalls moving forward.
Mr. Flawless, final thoughts.
I was thinking about it while we were talking, and jokingly at the beginning, I was paying our boy Zach some compliments about how his journey and what he's on right now and how well he does that, where I know personally myself that I need to get better as well, because sometimes we get in this illusion that things are all perfect, or things that are working, or good enough is good enough. And the reality, it's not. And I go back to the saying that I tell people all the time, and I think I'm going to stop saying it from now on, because it's exactly what we should not be saying. And I get commented from family, from friends, from even when I talk to employees or even mama and the people that we coach. And it's like, how do you do it? Right? You got it's 120 degrees or whatever, and you got X amount of pools, or even sometimes when we talk, Edgar, and it's like, and my response is one pool at a time, just one pool at a time, baby. How do I get to one pool? But that is so short-sighted if you really think about it. If as business owners, we are only focusing on what's right in front of us, we'll never be able to achieve what we're capable of. You have to be able to sometimes sacrifice a little bit of something for the bigger picture. And I think what we're talking about today and your business and the signals that we're going to get into on our other podcasts, I think really will help, hopefully, those that are listening to it. Because I promise you, the majority that are going to be listening to it are going to either say, no, or I'm not there yet, or I haven't experienced it, or no, that fire's not hot, or no, I don't know what you're talking about. But one day, I promise, if you make it through and you get to a point where you're a decade in or 15 years in, like Zach, you get to go back and go, damn, I wish I would have, or I wish I knew what I knew back now that I knew back then. And it kind of goes to that saying that we all say, hindsight's 20/20. I truly believe that nobody does something thinking that it's hard to judge yourself on the knowledge today that you didn't know earlier in the past. I mean, but too much we find ourselves doing that. But there's truly a way, if you prepare, that you can help not eliminate, but you can really minimize these heartaches or these pitfalls or roadblocks or brick walls or bulldozers or freight trains that you're going to end up inevitably crashing into. But I agree with Zach. These are the types of topics that I think move the most and I enjoy the most. Bunch of good talk. Can't wait for the next one so we can kind of dig a little bit deeper into it. And hopefully those that are listening, stay tuned because we got some good stuff coming up.
All right, everybody. Hope that you enjoyed the podcast. Catch me and John next Wednesday on the Instagram Live. Hope that you guys have a great weekend. Actually, it's a long weekend. It's Memorial Weekend. So hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll catch you guys next week. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to the Pool Nation Podcast, a member of the Pool Nation family. You can listen to us live every Friday here at 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Central, and 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. You can find us at Pool Nation or poolnationpodcast.com, on Facebook, or on Instagram at pool.nation. And to find more info about Pool Invoice, the billing software built specifically for the pool industry, go to poolinvoice.com. Before you go, this is what the pool industry has been waiting for. PoolmanUniversity.com. It's the first platform dedicated to learning the swimming pool service and repair industry. A pool service community where you can connect and find videos on business, service, water chemistry, and repairs. See you there at PoolmanUniversity.com.